What suburb did you live in growing up?
Randwick.
Whoa.
Whole life. Randwick boy for life.
And we're talking one story, we're talking two stories.
We're talking one story to start, and then we're talking renovations.
Right.
And dare I say 2 stories. Dare I say my bedroom growing up was 2 stories. I had a 2-story bedroom.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You had 2 rooms?
Yeah, I had 2 levels in my room. Yeah, that was next level.
How does that even work?
So you open the door, and then there's like straight to your right, there's like the bed, desk, and then just like whatever else. You know what I mean? Just standard shit.
And you went...
And then straight ahead to the left is stairs. You go up the stairs, and then you've got like another bed, Xbox, big TV, like clothes, like wardrobe, all that stuff. It was mad.
Are you having me on?
No, I swear to God, it was so sick. Yeah.
That is fun.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah, it was sick. It was really cool.
There was one point in my life where my mum had broken up with her fiance, and we lived in my auntie's, I don't even know what you call it, like little tiny house, granny flat.
Yeah, like granny flat.
And there was my little sister who was 7.
Yeah.
And there was my older sister, 15, my mum, all in a room, probably not bigger than, very, very small.
Yeah.
And I was like 13 and I wanted to wank.
I was just about to say, how did you wank? That's the first thing that came into my mind. The first thing was they're definitely not eating, what is it called, WILL GIBB. And the second thing I was thinking is, how did you wank?
I remember, like, I still to this day, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't wanking then. How old were you? Okay, I'll tell you so I grew up all girls.
Yeah.
In my family. So, and my mum never let me speak about it. Like, it was just like, she found me with a Zoo Weekly one time that was given.
Oh, that was OG. And I remember Zoo.
Oh, dude, Zoo was crazy. But I didn't know that it was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing that people, like I don't even think they were teaching it in health ed because it was like icky. Can't remember them talking about masturbation. My health ed was weird, but I'm like year 8 and I'm at the park with this girl and she lets me grab her boob. Fuck. And bro, when I ran home, I didn't know what I had to do next, but all I did was touch it.
And it exploded. Really? And mum and everyone was around in the granny flat?
No, sorry, it wasn't the granny flat.
This was somewhere else.
It was at my dad's house.
Thank God. Yeah.
But so that was my first experience. Do you remember yours?
Yeah, I actually wanked wrong a whole part of my life because, again, I didn't really know how to wank, but I used to hump my mattress and come that way. I swear to God. Dude. And now my dick is like slightly like, I've got like a bit of a bend to my dick because I just hump my mattress. It was wild. And then I was like, because I would Google it and I was like, this is insane. Like, there's no way this is how you're meant to wank.
Yeah.
And, it was wrong. And I was like, fuck. So then I had to start like doing it normal. But the problem was I have really tight foreskin. So like pulling it back at the time was like really difficult because I'd never even had the head of my dick like fully exposed before because I'd never needed to it but until then.
Can I put your mind for a second?
Yeah, please.
So I'm cut.
Wow.
I'm on that no hood gang.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I can flick the top of my knob.
Dude.
I can flick it. And
dude. Whoa. I can't. Oh, wow.
That is the life of no foreskin. And I'll tell you this, I think it's worse because there's no sensation there.
At all?
At the top. Not really. Like I can flick it, hit it. I need the friction.
Really?
So I don't like getting head.
Oh, fuck no. You feel like nothing.
As much as I like a hand job. I like a hand job more than head.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And but I don't even know if that's a cut or non-cut thing.
That's really interesting because for me, I would honestly rather be lonely the rest of my life than ever get a hand job ever again.
Right.
Yeah, because it's so painful. Like, I'm the complete opposite. Like I'm on that sensitive thing. And like, I remember just like pulling my dick back for the first time and just being like, this is so painful, bruh.
Wow.
And that was probably when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, from there now we're good to go. But we got it down to a T. But before, it was just before it was like peeling like a bark off a tree, like trying to get it down.
Does that mean that maybe you're not being healthy with it? Are you getting in there and cleaning?
Oh, dude, but when it first went down, it was like, yeah, you can imagine.
To clean it.
I didn't know. I had no idea. So until 15, it was just like this like mess of a thing. Like who knows?
That happened to my mate, right? And he had to get his foreskin cut at like 14, 15 because he wasn't cleaning it. It's as if they wouldn't tell you that. As if
I know. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? So I learned that myself.
But then it's like, it feels like our body shouldn't. Like you should just be able to go without having to pull your penis back.
I know.
And clean it.
I know.
So anyway, welcome back to the
hello.
That everybody rates. The acronym for that is TOSSA. Very lucky to have comedian, TikTok creator nominated of the year in 2022.
Yep.
1.5 on the TikTok.
Wow.
70 million likes on TikTok.
Wow.
And stand-up comedian Will Gibb. Thank you for coming, man.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. We're meant to be joined by producer Lloyd. He's nowhere to be found, so he's going to get put through the ring when he comes in. But
it's really upsetting.
Yeah. So, are you touring at the moment? Are you talking? Are you doing comedy?
I just finished a tour with the Fair Bands. Yeah. We went around the country, which was fun, and then I am doing shows in Adelaide and Perth in October.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
what are the dates? How many gigs?
18th of October and the 19th of October. So one show at each one. Yeah, so if you want to come along.
How much are the tickets?
I actually don't know how much tickets are, but I think they're very, very, very reasonable. I think they are. I think they're like $30.
I love it. Yeah. And Perth, so I'm a Perth local.
You do give that vibe.
Really?
100%.
Now, what is the Perth vibe local?
You just look like an AFL player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you look like you've played AFL. Have you ever played AFL?
Never, not even close,
really?
Dude. Very, I played cricket.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't play cricket. Like I played cricket, like shitty cricket.
Can I say something? So me and my mates, we ranked who we think sports personality wise have the worst personality, and cricket was we think had the worst.
And
worst chat?
So worst chat.
The worst was cricket, as in like people that play cricket have the worst off-field personalities.
I agree.
And that's purely just based on like a lot of cricketers that I've met before, like professional cricketers.
Right.
And I'm just like, you are so dead, so dry.
Blandy.
There was a guy, he was really nice, but I think it was Mitchell Stark, I think. Wait, is that the guy? He's like quite tall and he's got like black hair. Yeah, he was like a guest speaker at this like charity event that my dad did. And I was just like, halfway through his speech, I was just like, why on earth is he this guest speaker? Like, it was so boring.
But do you feel like, my theory with that is, I think all sports people have a little bit of that.
Oh, they have to.
But the reason is they don't have to do a big song and dance.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have to, or they're a footy player, they're a cricket player. That's, people will love them for that. So they don't have to delve into like me personally, where I'm fucking monkey dance for validation. They've already got it.
Yeah.
And so their personality is like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so I just kind of let my feet do the talking, dada. And fair enough, I wish I could do that. I wish I had any ability in my life. I don't have any, so congrats.
Yeah, exactly.
Congrats to them.
I also think it's a fast bowler thing. So bowlers, there's bowlers, batsmen.
What were you?
I was a batting, so all-rounders, so like a batting bowler. But I feel like for some reason, those kind of really tall people, don't you think they always have that personality?
Yeah, it's just very like, okay, so people, you're tall and you can throw a ball really fast. Exactly. Like that's it. And fuck it, like make millions of dollars doing it. Hell yeah. That's so sick.
Have you made millions of dollars?
Me?
Yeah.
No way. I wish. That'd be so cool if I've made millions of dollars. I'm pretty comfortable. Like I feel like I don't need to like check my bank account anymore. But like,
wow.
I wish I could make millions of dollars.
You don't have to check your bank account.
In terms of like, I don't think so, no. Like I can book stuff and go places I've never had to be like, do I have enough?
Okay, so you go to a trip for Fiji 6 nights. Are you going? Do you just click go?
Yeah. But wait, what do you mean by that? What does that mean?
So you don't check the bank to see if you got the money. It's like
no, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, what is that? How much would that be? Like $800 for a flight?
Yeah, but then it's like 6 nights. You want to stay at a beautiful place. You got food. But okay, I ain't got a freaking pocket to piss in at the minute.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm broke as hell, man. I'm broke as hell.
Wow. But that's so. But you're like a TV guy. TV doesn't pay you shit, eh? Let's be real.
And especially if you're a contributor, a person that is the vehicle of this major thing. You're not like, you don't have any pull in your contract negotiations. You're getting paid $4,000 a week. No, sorry, $4,000 a month.
Oh, a month. I was about to say $4,000 a week is amazing.
Dude,
yeah,
that would be
$4,000 a month. Wow.
I know, it was brutal.
That's fucked.
It was brutal. Producer Lloyd in the house. Lloyd.
Hi, mate.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to meet you.
This is Will.
Nice to meet you.
His name's
Tom.
Tom. But we used to have 2 producers that were both called Tom, and there is a cricketer who looks like a gentleman by the name of Lloyd Pope.
Yes.
Do you know Lloyd Pope?
If me and you mixed.
Yes.
Yeah, 100.
Oi, actual
100.
I see a bit of a mixture though, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Do I stay facing this way? I feel rude cutting you off.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Looking pretty much there.
So, Lloyd, why are you so late, man?
Oh, the traffic was an absolute shit show, and then I don't know. So, okay, so first thing, I don't know where I'm going. I get stressed when I'm driving in the city.
Yeah, I didn't actually give the address until late, right?
And so, like, because I'm still on P's, I don't have a map on right, so I've got I've got like a month left or something, right?
A very young kid.
Oh, I'm not. No, I just got my P's late. Okay. Anyway, so
how old are you?
22.
22. And you're still on your P's?
Yes, I know.
That's what I was thinking, right?
One month left. I know. Anyway, so I'm driving. I don't know where I'm going, and then so I try and do a sneaky one in my. To lift my armrest where my phone is because I didn't know where I was going. Yeah. And then as I'm looking, I've seen a camera in the corner, and I'm like, fuck! Well, I don't want to get caught by having my phone on me.
Of course.
So I'm trying to do an arm stretch over to my next chair. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get pinged on that. And then some other guy, I'm in the right lane, I'm turning. I've got my indicator on. And some guy just goes straight past me. And I'm like, I'm about to crash into you. People in the city.
Can I ask you?
Players.
Did you think in your mind, you're like, I'm going to tell this on the pod? Because it seems like you've
No, I was going to tell you. But I didn't expect. I was just like, I'm an idiot. Guys, I also drove down a one-way street. And there wasn't even space for me to turn. So I had to just reverse the whole way back, praying that no one was coming down, or else I was going to crash into them as well.
Producer Lloyd, thanks. Do you have any mate red flags?
Okay.
So red flags with friends. And I want to start one off with one of my mates. He says, we're all going to do this. We're all going to catch up. And then everybody's trying to catch up. They're trying to get a group together, yada, yada, yada. He says, yeah, look, I'll come if there's a crew going. Hate that. I've got another one.
Okay.
High school days, you're having your mate over. He's coming over a sleepover or whatever. Goes in and this happened to me. Goes in the house, opens your fridge, grabs something to eat without asking.
How long do you know the person?
This is his first time.
Oh, that's wild. Yeah, okay, yeah.
What was it in the fridge?
I think he was making a sandwich or something. I think there was butter involved in a spread. But I think this was early 2012, right? Where there was these memes going around that you're not best friends with someone unless you go into their house and make them food. So I reckon in my mind, he's interpreted that. He's seen that and gone, oh, that's a sign of a great friendship. I think he's a psychopath.
I think it's very dependent. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I would say that especially if I'm that was mine. I had plans to do that exact thing with that, and now I can't do that.
Yeah.
My red flags. Wow, I'm not a big drinker, so my massive red flag is if I've organized something or if we're doing something and someone's initial thought is okay, and who's drinking, right, and when are we drinking, right, and I'm we're just going for dinner and it's a Tuesday night. it.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
Why does alcohol have to be
It doesn't have to be the main thing, and also it doesn't have to be. Yeah, that for me, I'm just like, let's just have dinner, and if we want to order a drink, go ahead. Because guess what, fuckhead, we're not in school. We don't need to plan to drink anymore. Yeah. If you want to go and have a beer at dinner, congratulations. Guess what, you put your fucking hand up and ask for one. Yeah. It doesn't need to be who's drinking. Well, like, who gives a fuck who is? If you want to drink, you drink. I'm going to sit here very comfortably, eat my pasta.
Possibly with the meal.
Possibly, sure.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But the meal itself, that's like, it should be like, who's eating what?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Another massive one for me, non-negotiable. If you bring, and this is for any sort of mate, girl or boy, if you bring your like boyfriend or girlfriend to something without telling me, I'm going to be really angry.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be furious. I'm going to be really annoyed. Because this was not for them. And I'm so sorry. If I like your girlfriend or boyfriend, I do like them, but we're not friends. They're your girlfriend or boyfriend. Yeah. Like, I'll spend time with them, and sure, I'll enjoy it, but I don't want to, really.
So they're not even going to be saying that, can I bring XYZ along?
If they say, can I bring XYZ along? Of course you can. Thanks for asking. Let's do it.
They're not even asking that. They're just bringing them.
If someone just brings them, here, it's like, okay, I know you like to think that you're this amazing relationship and you're one person and one soul, but you're actually not. You're just another everyday relationship, and you can have a couple hours away from each other. Guess what? Like, we don't need the codependency here.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Just tell me, and I'll probably say yes. You know, I'm not going to say no. If someone says, can I bring my girlfriend or boyfriend? I'm not going to go no, unless it's like my, close, unless I've invited just a small group of mates, then yeah, it's going to be weird if there's like a random boyfriend or girlfriend there. But if we're going out somewhere or doing something like that I've organized, and you go, I'm going to bring my girlfriend, sweet, fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Another red flag for me, I don't know why it always revolves around eating. Do you feel, and I feel like this could just be like ingrained in us from thousands and thousands of years ago, but if somebody grabs something off my plate without asking me, like let's say it's near the end of my meal, or maybe I've got a side of, maybe not a side of chips, but something that they reach across and grab. I'm not a fan of that. I think you got to ask. Can I?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Fucking oath. That's animalistic. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I would be. There would be no level to my anger. It would be all out war at that point.
Is there a do you lose your shit sometimes?
Yeah. But not at anyone. Yeah. I don't think I've ever really been angry at someone before.
Right.
Because I know this is so like cringe, but I always try and think from like their perspective. So like if someone's done something and I think from their perspective, I'll be like, oh, like they obviously didn't mean to, so there's no point getting angry. Yeah. Like, if there's like, I'll still get angry at a situation, but yeah, I'll try not to get angry at a person. But I do get so mad. Like when I'm driving, it's like, oh my God, it's fucked.
Why is it that we get so mad when we're driving?
I think because it's so like dangerous.
I think it's the fear of death.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm at my angriest when I'm driving. And if somebody does, like I had a dude put his high beams on, like, come on, dude, get in the other lane. Yeah. I go to get in the other lane and I'm like shaking up because he's up my ass. I'm like, where did this come from? And there's a fucking car there. And I'm like, fuck you. And he's like, fuck you. And it's this, but I find like it only happens when you're driving, and it's like it removes the veil of social pleasantries, and we're just like all out war. We're just our true sense in that car.
I don't know why, but I feel like my best sort of improvisation comes out when I'm getting angry. Like if some old person cuts me off, I'm like, fuck you, you fucking leathery old fucking bag of shit, fucking born in 1920, stupid fucking cunt, probably around when the fucking dinosaurs were born, you fucking stupid idiot cunt. Fuck you, fucking great-great-great-grandpa cunt. Like, and I'm like, that was really smart. Like, it'll just be like stuff will come out and I'll just be like, wow, that was
I feel like it's adrenaline. Like adrenaline just
100%.
Yeah, but would you say that to their face? Like if they're
Fuck no.
down?
Fuck no.
Oh, you sure? Would you wouldn't say it if the window was down?
No way. I just say it and I'm done because if I lose my shit, it's always at the situation and then I'm good.
Right.
Like, because I don't know, I try not to bottle things. Obviously I get very anxious and I bottle a lot of stuff up, but not like anger, I reckon. Anger, I'm just like, whatever, that's fine. Because people aren't usually, like, if someone's a massive cunt, like I've definitely like had those moments where I've told someone off. Yeah. But like I've never like, I do hold a grudge. Yeah, I hold a grudge. I really like to hold a grudge.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
I love to hold a grudge. Yeah. Because it's so fucking satisfying and it's so good that I can like sit and just be like, fuck you, actually. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you did that over the smallest thing.
Do you ever have those friends that you hold, or ex-friends that you hold a grudge on, that you check up their like
100%
Instagram to see that they're still not doing
100%
annoying?
Psycho. No, I'll sometimes go on people's Instagrams and just double check that they're not doing well. Like just in the sense where it's just like, okay, that's a good bit of stuff. And everyone does that. I just like to check on, be like, oh God, like, okay, you're still there or whatever. Like I fucking do that all the time. You have to.
Who are you thinking of right now?
Oh, I can't say. But there are definitely some people. And I also like to, oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to say, damn it. But yeah, no, definitely. I definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been like, I feel like there is a element of pettiness in me that I try and work through, but I'm always like, what's your opinion on star sign?
Okay, before I say that, I remember what I was going to say. So one time my friend came home, my roommate, and I've got two roommates. Me and one of my roommates, we were watching EPL. It was like 1 a.m. And we were in the zone, right? It's a great time. It's a Sunday morning, Saturday to Sunday morning, like it's fucking great. 1 a.m. watching EPL. My other roommate comes home and he brings home like a few people for kick-ons. Great, awesome. You head through the living room and out the backyard, right? And this girl that I've never met before, and I've met all his friends, so this is just like a new friend. So I'm immediately like, who are you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she kind of comes in and she's so drunk. And she's like, oh, like, what's this? And I was like, oh, this is, we're just watching football. And she's like, right, okay. And then she had another guy like with her, right? And this other guy never met, like just like someone that like she'd pulled. So then there's like this strange bloke. She was fine. He was like the absolute worst. This guy, he was like, oh yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, I know all this. Yeah. He knew nothing. Then he has the gall, and this is where my real bitterness comes in. He ordered Macca's, like Uber Eats, to the house. You should be able to do that. For some reason, I just took that. I was like, I want to get angry at this for no reason.
Yeah.
Right? Because sure, he's at my place, he can order food, but I just felt like being like, nah, you can't. And sometimes when me and my roommate...
No, you couldn't order food.
No, I didn't tell him no, he couldn't order food. I let him order this giant feast of food.
Right.
Did he offer any?
And I just sat... No, he didn't offer any, and I just kind of gave him real attitude and just sat there, and I couldn't tell if it was rude or not. Obviously, I was being over the top, but it was like... But the gall was, I was like, just order your food and sit at the back. He brings it into the living room and sits with us and like brings the table in and just like takes up the whole fucking living room eating Macca's while I'm trying to watch, me and my roommate trying to watch EPL. I'm just like, who the fuck are you? And the girl's gone, by the way. So now this guy's just chilling here. Like, I was like, you've been brought here by someone I barely know. You're someone I don't know at all. You're eating Macca's all over my living room. The house stinks now. It's a small living room. House stinks of Macca's. And there was part of me, I was like, is it bad if I like throw the Macca's out? Like while he's eating it? Yes, that's psychopathic. Like I didn't do that. But that's one of those moments where I'm like, he's not trying to be annoying. Like, you don't want to get angry. You just give him a bit of sass. But it was just like, that was one of those moments where I was really tested, where I was like, come on, Will, like dig deep.
I feel like that's when I start having a monologue with myself to be like,
oh, dude,
hey, dude, like he's not trying to do this. It's all okay. That steams me more. Like I can feel myself getting angrier and angrier when that happens. I think the thing in that situation is like, you've got the energy, the vibe of the house. It's you and your mate. You're watching EPL. To me, as soon as the people come in,
it's broken.
It's now there's that. And the worst part that I could not, when I'm sober and I have to deal with a drunk person, like not tipsy, not that, a drunk person and a drunk person, I could totally understand where that anger was coming from. And it's just the obnoxiousness
100%
of, hey, what's this about? And then the girls and then he brings that straight next to you and he's eating all the fucking food.
But that's on your topic of do I believe in star signs? Not necessarily star signs, but I definitely believe in like energy and that sort of stuff. So for example, as we said there, like the energy, the vibe's off, you know, or you know, when like, you know, you're all having like, you know, drinks or something, if one person's off, the energy is kind of there. So I do believe in like, I don't know, if you give out kind of positive energy or you are that kind of positive mindset, things kind of feel positive. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like what you put out kind of
100%. And I also think it's a dance, right? I think it's like some person will have this energy and it's about like sometimes with my mates, when I'm in sometimes I'm in the boisterous shit stirrer mood. Yeah. And for some, and my mate could be the boisterous shit stirrer, but then he's got to drop down a level to meet me and like say, what's that? No. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Ha ha ha. And then the other times he's in the boisterous shit stirring mood. And it's like, it's always a dance of the energies. But yeah, I am a believer in, I don't know if I believe in star signs.
What are you? Like, what's your star sign?
I'm Scorpio the sign.
So am I.
Okay.
So when were you born?
So I was born November 17th.
Oh, okay. I was born November 7th.
Whoa.
Yeah. Interesting.
I started out, I nearly said 7. When I said 7, did you think I was going to say 7?
Yeah. I was pretty like, this is crazy.
All right. Well, we do a segment. Did you get your stuff?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Lloyd reads us the news. Essentially, he just goes on Sky Suite's weird news and he pulls that up. I saw that, by the way, because I looked at weird news. So.
And then I, put a question on the end. So I want to see your point of view.
I like it.
All right. So the first one is in China.
Ooh.
There's a cash reward, okay, for people getting married under the age of 25. So because population's obviously not growing as fast as they want. So they want people to get married. And so they're giving them like £100 or something. So that's not obviously that much.
That's nothing, isn't it?
25. And obviously, Ollie, you're older and uglier.
Thank you.
But I want to know, what is the amount someone would have to offer you both, for you to take that and accept it's a proper marriage this time. So however much money, and you've got to say yes.
And I'm stuck with this person forever?
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon... And what, can I be a bad husband?
I'm for the game, hypothetically, let's say no.
Okay, so I have to hang out with them.
Yes.
Okay, you can't cheat on them.
I wouldn't even, honestly, that part I don't even care about. For me, it's having to spend time with, I reckon $100 million.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I honestly reckon. Because, okay, let me give an example. Let me tell you. In 48 hours at the time of this recording, let's say 30, what time is it?
12.
Okay, in 46 hours, Starfield comes out. Now, if there are any gamers listening, it's like, do you know what Skyrim is?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's their new game, but it's set in space. I am going to lock myself in my room for a very long time and just play that game for a very long time. I'm so excited. I don't think I've been this excited for something in so long. Like, I genuinely can't sleep at night. Like, 2 nights. Like, are you kidding me? Dude, like, I cannot sleep at night. Like, all I'm thinking about is Starfield. Like, I've planned the busiest next 2 days, like today, tomorrow, just so that I have stuff to do so that I don't just sit at home bored waiting for Starfield. Like, I'm addictedly obsessed with, it hasn't even fucking come out yet. It's all I'm thinking about. If I was married to let alone a person I liked, but a random stranger, some random guy, there's absolutely no way, because I would no. I have to be able to play Starfield. I can choose the person I marry.
Yeah.
Oh, I could choose the person I marry?
Yeah, but you have to properly...
I can marry anyone I want.
Well, they have to say yes, but... Yeah.
Oh, fuck. No, still no. Because if I chose the people I want, they'd probably say no. So I would go with $100 million. Yeah, 100%. I need to play Starfield.
Jesus. So, yeah, if I've got to marry someone or that, I'm not going $100 million. Okay, so is it Tani? Are we getting officially married?
Yeah, you're officially getting married. Tomorrow.
I reckon right now, 100K.
100K.
You think about it. We're all like, we've done the show. We've done all this stuff. We're together. You want us to get married tomorrow? Okay, maybe half a mil.
Wait,
it wouldn't be a lot.
Haven't you already been married?
Not legally.
Okay, so, and you're still together after the show. Yeah. Does that ever happen?
Nah.
So they actually didn't try and fuck you over. This is like a real thing.
So they do this psychometric test, right? Which is like, have you ever done like what?
Like an IQ test, personality test, really extensive. They ask the same question a lot of times, but it's just to kind of like reworded it.
Yeah, fine tune it. I've learned that's where they get the ones that can really work. And there's like the 5-10% that really work, but it's also how they
find the ones that definitely don't work.
Exactly. So,
but how do they decide they're going to set you up nice and someone else they're going to fuck over?
That's true. I think they just know like if you meet some of the dudes, you're like, they would meet a person and go, that's our villain.
Yeah.
That's our guy. Then that's their story arc and they don't even know it.
Wow. Okay, that's so cool. So
everybody else knows it. Like if you were to meet, you would be like, that dude's a villain. And maybe he's a little bit of a villain in real life. Or just like, I can't be arsed hanging out with that bloke. They don't know it. But you can kind of see it, but they can't see it. And
okay. Wow. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. 100K. That's a nice price.
Yeah. Okay.
Very small price, I would have thought.
I'm going to lift it to $500,000, but what else we got, Lloyd?
Okay, well, just sort of going on that same topic of money, this bloke in America, he's won the lotto twice in the space of a year. Okay, so he's won like over $1 million, like Australian dollars. I don't know what the chances are of that, but let's say you did win, you won over $1 million in the space of a year. What are you spending it on?
Right.
Starfield. I probably just like a house.
Yeah,
definitely houses. I'd create an empire, or maybe I'd just build a fucking army. How much do you reckon that would cost? Just a little army of something.
Just like a few. Like how many are we talking? Like, and what is their role? So like 10 people. Are they fighting?
No, I'm talking like ants. Like I'm talking like I reckon 500 million ants, and I train them because they're quite smart, and then I just send them off to do things because they can lift a lot of shit. If I'm just like break into a bank and then
paying the money.
I would do that. I reckon I would do that. I'd do something crazy with it. Over $1 million, yeah. I reckon you'd have fun with it, surely, right? You'd do something really fun.
Will doesn't check his bank account.
What?
He doesn't check his bank account. He's
at all.
No, he just pays.
I think honestly, that's a good mindset.
Okay, it's good like, when
it's kind of concerning, but
it's not concerning at all. What he's saying is,
no,
he don't check the price.
No, well, I'm not going to do a dumb purchase. Yeah. I'm not going to spend. I'd never buy clothes. Right. That's one thing I don't do. I don't buy clothes. Right. I don't spend money on clothing, and I don't spend money on like.
This is a vibe, bud.
Travels. Thanks. Yeah.
And I saw your roommate or whatever. He said you didn't have the style. Was that?
Yeah, I get made fun of for my dress sense.
No, that's. Killing it.
Oh. Thank you. Yeah, I think I've got a really good sense of fashion, but my roommate doesn't seem to think so. Even though he wears a lot of, I think a really big ick of mine is, are you wearing any? No, you are, yeah. Silver rings on straight men gives me like the shivers down my spine, just in the sense of like I've always done stand up about it. I just think it gives off the vibe of like I want to wear jewelry but I don't want to look gay, right. So I'm going to get the blandest, dullest looking thing, which is a silver ring.
Yeah, so specifically silver.
Specifically silver, yeah.
Right.
But there are some really cool. There are some cool silver rings. They really are. Like I've got a mate that makes silver rings and they're really cool. And then you've got those ones there, which no, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
What about like when straight white men paint the nails?
I like that. I like that. I think for me, it's just like, it depends what the intention is behind it. Right. So it's like, I've always found like, yeah, like there's a lot of guys I see that dress more feminine to just make chicks feel safer to then pull them. And I'm like, this is very counterproductive.
Yes.
Like, this is weird.
And they think that and also it's like, they're pushing the boundaries that have been already pushed by people a year and a half earlier.
Well, yeah, it's very like, hey, I'm wearing a dress. Can I finger you yet? You know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe. Yeah. That's the vibe. And I'm just like, let's just be respectful, people, and then you can finger. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you get to finger someone.
No, look, I agree with you. I agree with you. So what are you going to do with those, Lloyd, when you get home?
Probably going to burn them.
Like,
no, keep them.
Or I'll get some better rings off Shemaine.
Well, there you go.
Go gold.
Gold?
I feel like gold's like trying to like show off too much.
Well, that's the point. Like, he's saying that you're trying, but you're not really trying.
It's like a half commit.
Yeah, it's a half commit. It's a dip in the toe. All right, what else you got?
Makes me happy.
Okay.
That's what matters.
That's so true. Yeah, that's so true.
He will never wear those again.
No, you have to.
Okay, next one. A Texas woman has recounted her terror after being attacked simultaneously by a hawk and a snake while she's mowing the lawn.
Dude, I talked about this on my Patreon where we're using the same fucking news site for this story.
How weird is that?
Wait, really? A Texas woman attacked at the same time?
But they said the snake has fallen from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, so the hawks dropped it. The hawks found food. 100%. Hawks found food, picked it up. The hawk is traveling with the snake to eat it later. It's accidentally dropped it and it's gone down to get it. And it's seeing her as a potential threat and is attacking her to get its food source, which was the snake.
Well, then they're just going off. Like the snake's trying to like wrap itself around the woman.
Yeah, because it's probably trying to protect itself, and it's a whole thing. She's just been caught up in the old food cycle. I will say though, a much better alternative for that Texas woman is probably that, because the alternate is a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type vibe, which you don't want to go down that road.
That is what you do not want.
You don't want that. You don't want a Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibe, which is terrifying.
Have you ever? So I'm really scared. I think I'm really scared of animals because they are super fight or flight based. There's no reason.
Yeah.
And I used to get swooped from a magpie or multiple magpies as a kid growing up. Do you have any animals?
100%.
Did you get swooped? Bats are fucked.
Bats are fucked because, they scare the shit out of me. I always go on night walks and I always see bats and they always swoop. One time I was riding a bike. I was going really quick, e-bike, like that, really fast. And I'm so scared of bats and I could hear them above me. And then a leaf fell from the tree and I thought it was a bat.
I would have too.
And I go, like that to cover myself. And then obviously I'm on a bike, so I just fall like crazy, like smack, like go everywhere, like grazed all over my body. And then the police fucking pull up next to me and they're like, "Are you right?" But they didn't say, "Are you all right?" as if like, "Are you okay?" They're like, "Are you right? Are you on drugs, you fucking Fruit Loop?" Like, that was their vibe.
I just got attacked by a fucking bat.
And I was like, I'm fine. Yeah. And they were like, "Get up." They rolled the window up and drove away. I was like...
And this is called the HOTTIE HOTLINE.
Wow.
So beautiful people asking beautiful questions. And I would like to start it off with, let me just get it up.
Hello, Tosser Podcast. I am absolutely dying to know, who is your favourite RANGA? Is it Julia Gillard, Isla Fisher, or The Little Mermaid? Or do you have another one that you would like to choose? Would love to know.
I think she does those when she's on Xanax or something, because each one of those is just like...
That's intense. I love that.
Mellow.
That's very mellow. Do I have a favourite RANGA? Do you have a favourite RANGA?
My favourite RANGA? Okay, I reckon I got one.
Go.
Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Really? Wow. From the original Spider-Man.
I'm talking Kirsten Dunst, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, Kirsten Dunst, red hair.
Cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, she would be my
In terms of a crush, like you had a big crush on her, you like her personality?
Even just like, yeah, I would say that nostalgia for me, had a crush. Really warm face, made me feel safe watching it. So I would say Kirsten Dunst.
Mine would be Broden from Auntie Donna. Yet Broden's now gone bald, but I would still consider him a ranger based on his complexion and his beard.
Isn't that? It's true though. Like I have only known him as bald.
Yeah.
But I know he is a redhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you consider Lloyd to be a redhead?
No, but you are very much of ginger features. Like you are definitely one. Like if we decided one day to exterminate all gingers, you would definitely be in the final. 100%. You're in that. You're in the category.
This is what I've been trying to tell him.
Yeah.
He doesn't, and I actually think it's similar with the Auntie Donna dude. What's it, Broden?
Broden, yeah.
Yeah. It's similar where it's like he's looking at his hair specifically and saying, "Oh, I'm not a redhead," but I'm looking at the stubble.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the skin tone, it's the colors, it's the mannerisms, it's the personality. You definitely give off like ginger personality. Yeah. I would say definitely. I would say if we were, let's say like if there was a spectrum of like, are you gay or straight in terms of RANGA, you'd be bisexual. You know what I mean? Like you would be kind of there. You're your own person, but you're definitely. If you want to dabble in the community, yes,
you can dabble in the community.
I don't. Is that bad if I said don't want to be part of the community?
Yes, that's really bad.
That's awful.
That's actually fucked up.
I'll be bisexual.
But do you remember like 10 years ago, you would have been in high school when Rangers, it was fucking, when the dude came out with that video, gingers have soul.
Oh my God, that was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Because, and I only think it was like really a 10, 15 year period of in the social world where it was like people were making Facebook groups, kick a ginger, all this stuff.
That video was the worst thing to ever happen to me. Because I remember like, obviously now I don't care at all, but yeah, as a kid, I was so like, I was just like, I can't let anyone know that I have red hair.
No.
I mean, obviously, how the fuck do I stop that? But like, yeah, that was it. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that fucking video pissed me off. I was like, what have you done to us? Like, that was friendly fire. You know what I mean? You've come out and created ammunition against your own people.
Yes.
Brutal. Yeah, it was brutal.
And did you ever dye it? Because remember,
yes, I did.
Black.
I went blonde.
Whoa!
Yeah, I went blonde. Yeah, in year 10. Yeah, yes. I went blonde in year 10.
Because there would be.
Do you have a photo?
Yeah, I do.
All right, it's gonna be a slog getting that out.
Oh.
I have a photo deep somewhere. I'll send it.
Yeah.
I'll send it. Yeah.
Hi, Tulsapod, and hi, Ollie. I have a question for you and your guest. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in your entire life? Thanks.
Okay, most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. I would say I had a high school bully leak a photo I had sent to a girl of me in year 9, selfie in the mirror, holding my stomach down to show my abdominals.
I would say I got really embarrassed. God, I'm trying to think, I would say I got really embarrassed when one time, like I drove all the way down to Canberra to, I know the best story of when I got embarrassed. It wasn't like a big group of people, but I went on a date with a guy and I was excited to go on the date. And then he rocked up and he just looks completely different to like the photos. It must have been really old photos.
Right.
And I just kind of remember like, okay, well, this is bullshit straight away. So the whole time I was just kind of thinking like, okay, well, how do I get out of this date? Because we'd planned to do quite a bit. We were going to meet at the pub and then we were going to go and walk down to like Spice Alley and stuff like that. Do you know Spice Alley in the city? So it's just like pub, walk down to this really cool Spice Alley place, get like desserts. It was like a proper date plan. And as soon as he got there, I was like, okay, panic stations, like let's get out of this date. And I went to the bathroom and I remember texting my mate and he was like, and I was like, can you please, like like, get me out of here. Like, he doesn't look like his photo. Like, I'm not interested in this date. And that's the thing. I don't know. I feel bad, obviously, but you know, like, it was just so different. Like, literally a completely different person rocked up. I felt weird. I was like, well, I felt like I was speaking to someone else. You know, I was just like, I don't feel.
So what were sure, because I feel like I could vet it if I'm like, this photo looks like it was a few years before.
No, I couldn't. Right. No vetting, completely different hair, like different facial structure, like just everything was different. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, so I'm texting him in the bathroom. I'm like, just get me out of here. And then I'm on the like where we're hanging out, whatever. And he did some really weird stuff. Like he hit his head. We were sitting down and he smacked his head against the lamp on accident. There was like a lamp and he accidentally hit his head. And I was just like, I've never seen someone more uncoordinated to injure themselves sitting down. Like, I was like, what is that? Like, he was like, yeah, anyway, ow. And it was like, I was like, what? I was just kind of like, what the fuck even just happened?
And is that like the nail in the coffin in terms of ick?
Well, I was like, I'm done, right? And then we were speaking about something, I can't remember, like, and I got my phone out to like show him like what I was talking about. And then the text from my mate came through where he was like, on my way.
Oh no.
And then I you know how you swipe up to get rid of a notification quickly? Like if you're showing someone something, you swipe up. I went to swipe up, but I clicked on it and I opened the messages in front of him. And then it was there, like, no matter how quick you can see it pop up. And it was just like, get me out of here. I want to go. And he was like, oh, what's that? And I was just like, oh, I just, and then I was like, why am I going to lie? I was like, yeah, look, to be honest, I just kind of want to go. I don't want to be on this date. And he was like, why? And I was like, oh, I just don't want to. I'm really sorry. And I paid for the drinks and stuff. And I was just like, I'm sorry. But like, I didn't want to say you look different, but I was just like, yeah, I just don't feel like it. Sorry. And I was so embarrassed. Like that for me is it when I get embarrassed.
That would be like, I think anybody would get embarrassed at something like that. That is just.
It's the worst.
So you never spoke to him ever again. You just got in that car and then dipped.
I got in that car and I was just like,
and how far did you say you went down to Canberra for it? Or?
No. That was another story.
Oh, okay.
That would have been wild.
All right, Lloydie, most embarrassing.
Oh, God. Okay, so I reckon mine is my family and I, we went to Japan for a holiday. And this is the first time my brother and I had our own separate rooms. So we had 2 twin beds in one room. We were down there, my mum and dad. Anyway, so we're in Japan, and so we were probably about 8 and 11 or something around those ages. And we turned on the television, and there was Happy Feet on the TV. I'm like, okay, that's
great movie.
Awesome, good movie.
Iconic.
And then all good, go to bed. Next night, turn on TV, and Happy Feet's on. We try and change the channel. There's nothing else on, just static.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, fine, we'll watch Happy Feet again. Right? Third night, we get there and like turn on TV, Happy Feet. I'm like, we can't watch Happy Feet 3 nights in a row. We know what's going to happen, right? Anyway, then my brother just starts pressing all these random buttons, and I try and press a few buttons. We end up on this just Japanese porn, just straight up.
Whoa.
Okay.
The whole thing, and there's just like, it wasn't just one channel, them just like, it was endless. There were just multiple different
of Japanese porn.
Just Japanese porn, and we're just sitting there, just watching it, right? So we're like, oh, okay, like what? We don't want to watch Happy Feet. So
let's watch it.
So we're watching, and then, go to bed, and nothing happens. And then next day we check out, and they say, okay, look, you've got to pay for this bill. And my dad's there. My dad's this big guy. Gets sort of worked up at small things. And then he goes, here's the bill. You need to pay for the extra charge on the room. He's like, what? I wasn't watching porn? No, we weren't watching porn. And he goes, sir, it wasn't your room. It was the other room. And so he turns around, just looks at us and goes, were you guys watching this Japanese porn on the television? And obviously with a lot more swear words included and stuff. And we just
that's so funny.
Red-handed.
That is funny.
We got an ass whooping in our life when we got back.
Hilarious, bro.
So embarrassing when you got caught, like, fuck this.
Can I ask, how much porn did you watch? Like, how much did you and your brother watch?
We would have been there for at least an hour watching.
Wow.
Just like the thing is, we weren't saying anything to each other. we were just sitting there just watching.
That's weirder, bro.
What?
If you're not fucking saying anything.
It's like, what do you say? You're like, yeah, this is good. Like, what? Like, I don't know. What else was... I didn't want to watch fucking Happy Feet again, you know?
Yeah, true.
That is...
But, yeah.
Those are two fucking kicker stories, man. Fuck. Yeah, no, that's bloody hilarious. All right. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We're very, very appreciative of it. What are your socials? Where do they see you? Where do they find you?
That's a great question. My Instagram's just my name, which is Will Gibb.
Love it.
And then TikTok's the same.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Simple as that. Lloyd, do you want to do a little plug? Will Gibb, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So much,
Thank you.
Very appreciative.
Thank you.
All right. Hell yeah.
Fuck
Awesome.
yeah.